Hi everyone, today, we're going to take a look at the 5 best washable markers on the market for this year. First, we're going to show you our 5 best picks, then we'll talk about what you should look for before buying a best washable markers. You can find timestamps and links to all the products we mention in this video down in the description below. Let's get started. Kids have their creative young minds that unleash boundless possibilities. They are curious and excited to try new things, including a colorful set of permanent markers. Unfortunately, they can be messy and reckless, and in just a snap, your home can turn into complete chaos. You see marker stains on your child's shirt, hands, face, and all over the desk. Not to mention those filthy scribbles on your walls and floors, which probably need tough scrubbing and cleaning to remove those stubborn stains. Have you experienced any of this? It is totally fun to let your kids enjoy arts and crafts, but there is another way to enhance your kids' creativity without all the mess. You need the best washable markers. Watch on to see the top choices, unbiased reviews, and a comprehensive buying guide. Number 5. Kitty Color Conda A100078 Washable Markers. When it comes to versatility, there's no doubt that these kitty color washable markers are one of the best ones I have tried. Each of them features a tapered tip design that can produce various line widths, thick, medium, and fine. Some markers have a similar tip design, but it is nice to see this on these washable markers for kids. It can encourage them to expand their creativity and imagination and produce multiple types of lines and strokes. Amazingly, these markers glide smoothly on paper, thereby allowing seamless applications and hassle-free coloring. The flow of ink is consistent and does not bleed or leak. Apart from that, each marker delivers solid and vibrant colors that can flourish the kids' creative art pieces. Not to mention they come in 36 beautiful colors. But of course, what stands out with these markers is their washability. They are formulated with water-based ink that can wash off quickly with soap and water, especially if your kid gets some on their skin. I tested it on clothing and walls and tidied the ink stains with water and soap. Sadly, faint ink stains are still visible. If I were you, I would also keep these markers away from wooden desks because they'll be tough to remove. Pros: washes off quickly on the skin, offers a wide selection of vibrant colors, designed with a tapered tip design for versatile applications, formulated with non-toxic water-based ink, consistent ink flow. Cons: not washable on wooden desks or surfaces, leaves faint ink marks on clothing and walls. Number 4. Rainbow Chalk 91107 Washable Markers. What if your kid loves doodling and scribbling on glass surfaces? Perhaps you need to decor windows, mirrors, and other glass surfaces with colorful embellishments? That's definitely going to be a problem with permanent markers. Fortunately, throughout my search for erasable and washable markers for various surface types, I found this glass pen liquid paint marker that easily washes off with water and a paper towel. The primary factor that makes this work is the advanced water-based ink formula that is suitable for multiple glass surfaces. It is available in 10 different colors, but the one I got is in black. Plus, it has a reversible tip that can produce broad and fine line widths. I particularly use them to write labels on my glass jars, and whenever I make some mistakes, I can just wipe them off with wipes or paper towels. However, this may seem pretty ironic, but this marker is also water resistant, keeping the ink highly pigmented but erasable at the same time. Therefore, you need to blot the tip a couple of times until the ink comes out or the tip is soaked in ink. Should you forget to do this prior to use, it might end up with messy ink spills and blotches, and I think that's the downside with this marker. Pros: formulated with erasable ink specifically for glass surfaces, has reversible tip for versatile applications, water resistant and non-toxic, suitable for kids and adults, delivers rich and dark black ink. Cons: can cause leaks and ink spills without proper use. Number 3. Chalkola CHK_._new Washable Markers. Since dot markers have been quite a trend on washable markers, I might as well try one more brand. This time, it is the 10-piece washable marker set from Chalkola. First impressions? These dot markers are surprisingly big. Compared to the aforementioned dot markers with around 40 milliliters of ink, these markers hold the largest capacity with 60 milliliters of ink. While that will definitely take a long time before the ink runs out, I love the fact that it can minimize bleeding and leaks with their quick-drying water-based ink. This also allows kids to build and blend colors to achieve a vast array of hues. It is nice that the set comes with a 50-page activity book for creative coloring. This encourages the kids to try out different colors, learn shapes and numbers, and cultivate hand-eye coordination as well, especially for toddlers. Down to its washability, these non-toxic and odor-free markers wash off easily on skin, clothing, and floors, but not on carpets. I tried removing the ink stains off the carpets, but unfortunately, they didn't come off as easily as I expected. It requires multiple washes and scrubbings with bleach and soap, but they can only lighten the stains. Additionally, they are not washable markers for walls. Thus, I recommend supervising your kids when using these markers to prevent leaving any tough ink stains on these surfaces. Pros: offers a huge amount of ink, 60 milliliters, easy to hold and use with their non-slip grips, does not bleed or leak. Cons: not very washable on walls, glass surfaces, and carpets. Number 2. Ohuhu B07 RFRFTNF Washable Markers. Ohuhu refers to these dot markers as bingo markers that feature round tips similar to doodle hog markers. Surprisingly, the innovative concept looks identical, only these dot markers look more compact and have smaller heads. While I can't help but compare these two markers, I must say that these Ohuhu dot markers can stand out with their respective features. One of the first things I like is the vividness of the colors. Speaking of ink stains, the washability of these markers is not the best I have seen. Soap and water can get rid of the marker stains on the skin, but they leave faint residues. Still, they are washable and a few washes won't hurt if you want to eliminate the stains completely. I also recommend using aprons or table mats when your kids use them. Although these markers are washable, it is sad to say that they do not come out of clothes and furniture. Thus, the ink stains stay, and it might take tough scrubbing to remove them. On the other hand, since the heads come in small sizes and shapes, around 0.4 to 0.5 inches in diameter, I am sure that kids will find it a lot easier to produce accurate color applications. I think it can also minimize the mess as they would have to press and dab at the markers all the time. Although it is nice that they deliver smooth-flowing ink, these markers sometimes leave awful ink blotches and usually bleed through thin papers. One more thing, these markers will leak if you lay them down on the desk unless you keep them in an upright position. Pros: feature smaller heads for precise coloring, easy to use and hold due to their ergonomic grips, washable on skin with soap and water. Cons: sometimes leaks when not stored in an upright position. Number 1. Doodle Hog DD003 Washable Markers. At a first glance, I can tell that these washable markers are not like the usual types of markers for kids. The name itself, Dab and Dot, pretty much explains how these markers work. Kids and toddlers can doodle, color, and create colorful art projects using light dabbing and dotting. While their design makes them stand out among other markers, I understand why they are made that way. Instead of scribbling, writing, and doodling with typical bullet tips, the large round sponge tips allow toddlers to produce colors with precision and minimized mess. Since this tip design holds more ink, the markers can dispense ink even with light dabbing. But the best part is that it flows steadily without any leaks. Therefore, those little artists can enjoy learning and identifying colors without the parents or teachers worrying about chaotic ink spills. Plus, they do not dry out easily. thanks to their twist-off caps that secure the markers very well. In addition to that, I am hands down to its washability. If you are looking for washable markers for fabric, skin, walls, tables, and almost any surface your toddlers would scribble on, I suggest going for these markers. You can tidy the ink stains quickly and completely even with just baby wipes. Pros: easily cleans with just wiping. Reinforced round sponge tips for precise and messy-free applications. Delivers rich colors. Non-toxic. Cons: tends to bleed sometimes. Needs some shaking to activate ink when left unused for long periods.